Back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. As we can see in the title and thumbnail, holy smokes, welcome back. As we can see in the title and thumbnail today, man, we are going to be going over cars that I just think are the best, honestly, for the new highway update. Okay, now before this video starts, I want to give a huge shout out to Car Boy, man. His link will be down below in the description. Go subscribe to him, turn on the post notification bell, because he made a video saying cars you should buy for the new, or for the next update, which is probably the highway update. But basically today I'm going to be showing you guys what I think are going to be the funnest and the most best vehicles to actually use on the highway. So basically what I'm going to be saying is, like, you know, just cars that I think will be fun, cool, mainly for the highway. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this. So we make our way into the dealership. First things first, the car that I think is going to be so cool for the highway update, honestly, is the Audis. I don't know if that's just me, but I just think cutting up in like an R8 with the top down, specifically like the R8, I feel like this would be such a fun car. Plus, it's fast. And as you guys know, highways are big open roads, which allow you to go fast on. So I think anything with power would be fun, especially when it's a licensed car powered by a beautiful V10 with a dope interior. Come on now, I think that would be so much fun. Think about it, bro. You can go inside, like, you could just bring the top down. That sounds fun to me, honestly. In this video, I'm also going to be going over a mix of off-sale cars, on-sale cars. So bear in mind, not every car, you know, you'll be able to use. But like, imagine driving on the highway like this, bro. Like, this is pretty neat. Why does my game volume seem so loud right now? I don't know what the heck is going on, but this is nice. And I think this would be really fun. Moving on to our next car. It's going to be an SUV. Because think about it, when you're on the highway, what do you guys see the most? Me personally, I see SUVs. SUVs is kind of what has taken over in nowadays world. And in my opinion, a really fun SUV to use, this is kind of like a tie. Well, it really depends on what you own, but I think something powered with a nice V8 would be fun. For example, I have a Cadillac Escalade. I think this would be such a fun car to use on the highway. Okay, for a second I thought I sold it by accident. No, this right here, Cadillac Escalade. I get a trailer I could tow. And if you don't have a Cadillac Escalade, I got something else for you guys. Just keep watching. But I think this would be so much fun. Honestly, bro. Just picture a Cadillac. Okay, I'm turning off these damn collisions. There's too many people in here. Shout out to everybody in the game. But let me know if you guys agree with me. I feel like towing with like a big V8 SUV 7-seater, you know what I'm saying? Like, this seems fun. Honestly. Like, it's already fun to drive around in this thing because it's powerful. And I could tow a nice load. But like on a highway too, cruising, that would be pretty nice. Now, if you don't have this car, honestly, you're in luck. Range Rover, ladies and gentlemen. How, like, yo, hear me out, bro. Range Rover, that's kind of cool. Now, you got two options. You got the SV, like just regular Range Rover, or you got the SVR right here, dude. SVR is if you really want to go sporty. I'd personally go with the Range Rover SV Autobiography right here, because first of all, this car you could actually tow with. You could get a trailer hitch on it. I originally had one, but I took it off. I got the 4G autos, but this is something also pretty cool. Also a very good competitor with the Escalade. It's a 7-seater V8, looks cool, plus it's licensed, which makes it even better because the detail is going to be all the way up here. You know what I mean? It's going to be high. So this is sick. That's what I'm going to put up on the list. And moving on to the next, you know, I really thought about this one, but I think something small and fun now, you know? And you know what's small and fun? I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I think a Mazda Miata. Let me know if you guys agree with me on this. It could be any Miata. Honestly, it could be any... Here, do you want to hop in with me, sir? It could be any small, fun car. And the reason why I put this on the list is because, first of all, it's not the fastest, so you could push it. Plus, it's also manual. And you could also... Okay, I can't go in first person right now. It seems to be a little bit broken. But you could drive this car in first person. And another alternative, I'll put 2 for this one. All right. just a small little convertible. But if you don't want to go for a Mazda, you want to go for a little bit more power, you can go for the Porsche 988. Oh, well, you can go for the Boxster. What's it called? The 986. I think that's the, yeah, that's the generation. The 986 Porsche. Yes, this right here. This is a cool car. And I'm out of gas. Let me go ahead and make my way to the gas station. But that car right there, look, somebody's literally driving one right now. I think that one he has a 4-banger, if I'm not mistaken. 4-banger or not, 6-cylinder, whatever engine you got, this is a fun car to use. Sounds nice, tossable. It, like I said, sounds nice. Small, fast, convertible, interior, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of checks off all the boxes. So imagine cruising on that. Oh, and it's cheap. I forgot to point that out. It's a cheap car, so... Oh my god, dude. This thing, let me tell you something, guys. This thing is nice. Honestly, bro, the way it sounds. I've owned this car for so... What the heck? What the heck? What is wrong with first person right now? I have no idea. Oh my god, no way. This is like my first time finishing all of my tasks, by the way. What the heck? Honestly, I got some of the easiest tasks right now. Drive 5,000 studs, play 10 minutes, and earn 20K. Easiest tasks of all time. Easy way of making 10, oh, basically like 12 grand right there. Anyways, moving on to the next, something classic. All right, a nice classic car. Now, there's many good options for this. Me personally, I'm thinking of a classic Pontiac. Now, I have an off-sale Pontiac, which I'm definitely going to use on the highway. But if you don't, you can literally get anything here, bro. Maybe a classic Beamer. I honestly would prefer like a nice classic. I kind of want to buy this car again, guys. I honestly do. I'll save it for another video. But there's so many cool little classic cars in this game. You can go for an older Nissan, maybe an older Ford, maybe an older Dodge, you know, something that's not fictional. But if you also want to go fictional, you can. But like, for example, there's just a bunch of classic cars. But one classic car I would definitely want to use is the older Pontiac. All right. And I'll show you guys that car real quick right now. It is called, what's it called? The Arrow? Yes. Dude, the Arrow Boomerang. I didn't even know it was called this. This is an off sale. It's like a Pontiac GTO, I think. It's a really nice car, honestly. And I think something like this would be fun to use on the highway because it's manual, but it's also like not the fastest. So you can just like push it. But like it also like it'll attract the attention, you know, when you're on that highway, you're going to be like, oh, look at that thing. Plus, I feel like you see a lot of classic cars on a highway, like IRL. Let me know if you guys agree, or at least I do sometimes. Like, and they always stick out to me. It's like, yo, look at that thing, bro. Like, I don't know. I can't recall the time, but I could have sworn I have before. Now, if you don't have that, honestly, yo, I saw somebody else driving around in one, and it looked sick, and it was the classic 930 Porsche. This, I think, oh, a Monte Carlo. No way. Is that a Monte Carlo? I think that's a Monte Carlo, bro. That's sick. But, yeah, like a Porsche. Or if you don't want to go with the Porsche, like this would be a fun car too. Because this is a turbo, right? So it has power. But if you don't want to go with that, you can go with a nice Ford Mustang Boss, dude. Too bad they don't have the 60s one anymore. That was so peak. RIP to that it got removed. But this is definitely up there too, bro. Just a nice little classic Ford Mustang. You feel me? But moving on to the next, last but not least, I'm basically going for 5. And what I'm gonna say next is a pickup truck. You can't go wrong with a pickup truck. That's another car you always see on highways. And for me, honestly, it could be any pickup truck. Honestly, I'm gonna go with the Bullhorn though. I mean, not the Bullhorn. I'm gonna go with the Chevy right here because it's a damn cat eye. This is literally my RP truck. Now, I know this thing is off sale, so not everybody has it. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I would say for y'all. But yo, this thing hauls too. Like, it's fast. Like, this is for sure gonna be my go-to user on the highway. What the hell was that truck right there? I don't know what that was. But if you honestly don't got one of these, I would recommend a nice bullhorn, bro, aka the Dodge. Like, honestly, yo, hear me out. This thing right here is so cool, the dually. And I'll explain to you why this thing's cool. Or you could go for F450. Either or works. But this thing's manual, dually, it could tow. This thing's a beast. I like to call it Big Red. Like, look at this. I'm literally driving it in manual right now, which is pretty sick. It's a 6-speed as well. And it's nice. And it's nice. And like I said, if you don't want to use this, search up Falcon real quick and make your way over here to a big old F450 right here. Dually, baby. Come on now. Look at this thing. This thing's a beast. Also, you can drive this manual, which is pretty fun. Pretty snazzy. So I think that's everything on the list. Let's just refine and go over everything once again. So with the first car, we had like the Audi R8, just something super, you know, super fast sports car vibe. Next car, we went for the luxury SUV that can also tow with a nice V8. Then we went over for the small little quirky cars. You could also use a Renault. I could throw that in there because it's licensed, you know. Licensed get that extra point, you feel me? Because they're licensed, so therefore they're just real. And then after the quirky car, I went for the classic car. And then after the classic car, I went for the pickup truck. I feel like this list is perfect. But if you guys want to see more, let me know. I am down to make a part 2. Once again, huge shout out to Carboy because he did this video and honestly, it was lit. It was a perfect video, so I recommend go watching that. The link is down below for his video. And if you guys want to check out another video of mine, go watch this video right here popping up on the screen where I show you guys this video where I crashed a BMW M3 on a special F3X highway. Special roleplay. You won't want to miss any of his speed.